What's going on? There is crocs in this water. Bushland. I found our first bit of food. Thirsty, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm done. It's a crab. Welcome to the very first survival mission, solo survival mission. As you can see, Jordan is behind me there, dropped me off, and now we're heading into the unknown. I got to cross this bloody river because Jordan doesn't want to drive across it. It is croc infested. There's crocs everywhere up here, but hey, that's part of the process. So let's head on in. Let's make our way to camp. This water is pretty fresh. It is pretty early in the morning, but that's the joy of it. Let's let's get into it. There is crocs in this water. 110% there's crocs in this water. But hey, it's all part of it. This is scary, man. This is scary. I'm actually like a little bit worried I'm gonna get eaten by a crocodile. So a little bit of information about today. Obviously I've got limited supplies, which I'll show you soon in my bag. Got my fishing rod, which hopefully will catch a fish. Oh, there's some fishing line there. Look at that. Obviously, yeah, well, I just come across some fishing line on the ground. Here we go. So you won't be able to see that in the camera, but it looks like a lot of fishing line. So obviously we're gonna have to build a shelter. We've got no shelter for the night, so this fishing line will come in really handy. I'm not going to use mine off of my rod because then I'll have none left, but I'm going to roll this up and then we will definitely use this later on. So let me roll this up and yeah, we'll bloody use this later to build a shelter. So after about 5 minutes of rolling that bloody fishing line up, we've got it on a stick. Now I know it doesn't look like a whole heap, but I reckon that was about 50 meters long. And obviously being this little stick, it takes a while to wind it all in. But anyway, that's going to come in really handy. Like I said, you know, we've got no shelter. We're limited on water. I'll show you what's in the bag shortly, but we're very limited. So whatever we can find along the way, another man's junk is another man's treasure. This is going to really help us later on, you know. I was telling Jordan earlier, like, I'm going to build a shelter. She's like, how are you going to do that? You got no rope. Well, that, mate, 5 minutes in and we got some. This will, yeah, like I said, come in really handy, but let's pull over and show you what's in this bag, eh? Alrighty. So, what's in the bag? The ultimate question. What did I bring to the survival mission? Now, this is a survival mission. We have limited supplies because I want to try and survive. So, let's have a look to start off with. Now, in saying all this, Jordan sent me like a little challenge as well that I couldn't buy anything to go and do this survival mission with. So I wanted to go buy a blow up mattress that I could sleep on. She said nope. I wanted to go buy another knife, but she said nope. So I've had to use what I've had around the van and that sort of stuff. So to start with, machete. I wanted to go and buy a smaller knife, but Jordan said no. So we've got a machete. It is not very sharp. I tried to sharpen it yesterday, but it will do. If we come across a couple of guys that want to mess around, you know, I'll be right. But put that away before I hurt myself. But apart from that, as you can see, let's get into it. So I've got some lures, just different lures to throw around. Obviously we're going to be fishing, so nothing wrong with a few lures. GoPro handles, just different sizes. Now I do have water. That is my only water. I am limited to what is in that. If that is empty, that is it. I am out. And obviously just some more GoPro. I'll show you what's in here just in case you don't believe me. But oh, this is the drone. Drone controller. The drone itself. Obviously we're going to need the drone and all the filming stuff to film. And then this is just like batteries and all the other GoPro stuff. And then I've got toilet paper, grog bog. You know, if nature calls, mate, I'm not going to be walking around with a shitty ass the whole time. And then just a flanny. Obviously it might get a little bit cold tonight, or you know, the sun might be belting on me, so I did a little bit of, you know, a little bit of flanny won't hurt. A little bit of flanny won't hurt. Now in this top zip we got a portable charger. Obviously I got all my drone batteries and that, but just in case anything goes flat, you know, I've got my phone charger as well. It shouldn't go flat, but that's just a, you know, just in case. Now I did bring a lighter. I'm not like a bloody, I'm not a proper survivalist. I don't really know how to get a fire going with my bare hands. I could probably try it, but I don't want to spend hours doing that. So I brought a lighter, and that's it. Oh, the other GoPro's there, the head mount. There's nothing in this. Like, there's nothing in there at all. And then there's nothing in that. So that is it. So all I've really got to survive on is a knife, a bottle of water, a fishing rod and some lures, and a lighter. That's like, everything else is like camera gear and all that sort of stuff, but that's it. Let's see how we go. So at the moment it's high tide. So what I want to try and do is maybe look for a bit of food. Obviously we're going to be here for about 24 hours, so food is probably like number one. Being high tide, I think, you know, the fish will be coming in now. Instead of trying to go fishing when it's low tide, they're all going to be out. So we might go for a bit of a fish. There is mangroves and that around, see if we can find a mud crab. But then apart from that, what I want to do is also make up a spear. So like, I got to carry my rod around, which is all right, but like, if I see a crab or if I see something I can eat, how am I going to do anything with a fishing rod? So I want to make a spear just in case, you know, just to, you know, it's better than carrying around the knife and the rod. So I'll make up a spear and then obviously find a spot for the shelter. I need to make up a shelter, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So let's get into it. So just after I said about finding a stick for a spear, literally we were filming just there. I walked 2 meters and I've found an awesome awesome stick to bloody make a spear out of. So let's chop this up, let's get it nice and sharp, and then we've got ourselves a spear. And just like that, we've made ourselves a spear. It's not massive, it's pretty straight. It's pretty small, but it's good, you know. I can carry it around, I can twirl it around like a bloody Fruit Loop, but yeah, that's our spear done and dusted. Let's go hunting. So after about 40 minutes of walking, we've made it to the water. Now, the elements are against us today. It is windy, so I'm sorry if there is wind in the microphone of the GoPro. I cannot help it. I'll try my best to block out the wind, but it is what it is. And there is smoke absolutely everywhere. Like, see the sky? That's not cloud, that's smoke. So not only are we with the wind, we're with the smoke as well. So we made it to the water. The water is absolutely flowing. I think it's starting to head out now. As I said, it was high tide. I think it's starting to head out now, so we better chuck some lures around and see if we can get a fish. Whee! Have a look at the current, how quickly it is flowing out. That is crazy, man. You would not want to get caught up in that. You'd be going like this. Boom, out you go. Croc's got ya, shark's got ya. Hectic. Now, I found a good sign. There is mud crab holes. They're only small, but obviously if there's baby mud crabs, there's mama mud crabs, which we don't want. We want the dads. So as you can see here, oh, there's even a little crab in there. Them right there, mud crab holes, or crab holes. They're only small, but you know, like I said, if the babies are here, Mum and Dad shouldn't be too far. So we'll keep an eye out for mud crabs, that's for sure. So a bit of an update. Fishing didn't go so well. I've spent probably half an hour fishing, just not my luck. But as you can tell, I am deep in the mangroves right now. I got a little bit sidetracked. There's just mud crab holes absolutely everywhere. So I'm going around poking my stick in them, but this fishing rod, mate, the fishing rod and the bag are really starting to get in the way. So what we might do is go and build a bit of a shelter, a bit of a home base, somewhere where we can leave the rod there and the bag there, and all I got to carry is the stick and the GoPros. So we might just put a hold on the mud crabbing for a little bit. I think that will be our best source of food, because like I said, there's holes everywhere, so they've got to be around. So all right, we'll punch down the coast a little bit, try and find a nice flat ground, nice place to set up camp for the night, and we'll start building our shelter. Keep that one. That one's home. So finding a spot to stay the night might be a little bit trickier than what I thought. So the more we go down, it's yeah, so the bottom of here, like where I am now, it's all flat, nice, all good, but obviously I don't want to stay too close to the water for multiple reasons. The tide will come in, you know, obviously crocs and all that sort of stuff. But if I go up the top, there's like a bit of a hill there, it's just dense bushland, like literally just scrub. There's no open bits, there's nothing, it's just bush. So we'll keep trucking, we'll see what we can find. So I just made my way up to the top, like I was just saying, and this is what it is. Just dense bushland. The water's just down there. This spot's alright, it's a little bit open, but you know, I want to have a fire in that tonight, and lighting a fire near this stuff, ooh baby, this whole bloody island would go up in flames. And yeah, I don't want that. Like, look at this, this is like the way I gotta go to get out of here. I'm guessing, I don't know the bloody way out. So we're just pushing our way through the scrub, hoping that we get back onto the main section. I haven't been this way yet, and yes, whoops, and yes, I am on an island. It is an island. I can show you, I'll show you the maps now. So I'm making my way around, and I don't know where I'm going to stay. Like I said, down there is all flat, near the water, but I don't want to be too close to the water. And then up here, there's no bloody way I'm staying up here. Like, if this wasn't an island, I'd get lost. I wouldn't know which way to go. And I want to go back to where the mangroves are and the mud and all that stuff, because obviously the mud crabs. So I might just do a whole lap of the island. It is pretty big, but it's worth a shot, you know. All right, man, I'm rooted. I've been walking around for like an hour now. Not one good potential camp spot, and now I'm in the middle of the scrub. So let's get the drone up and I'll show you where I am right now. I'm trying to make my way back around, but far out, man, it's hard going walking in this sort of stuff. So as you would have just seen, there is a whole lot of nothing around us. Absolutely nothing but bushland. So that's probably the best thing about owning a drone. If you watched our last video, our tips and tricks, our do's and don'ts and all that sort of stuff about traveling, in there we said to get a drone, because you don't know what's around you if you don't have a bird's eye view. Like, I didn't know that road, you might have seen that road in the drone shot that was right next to me. I didn't know that was right next to me. Now I'm trying to make my way over there. I still don't know where it is, so, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I didn't have the drone, I wouldn't have known that road was there. So now I'm just going to go onto that road, follow that road back to pretty much where I came in from, because this side of the island, it's no good. But I'm glad I came over here, because you never know what you would have missed out on if you didn't come over here. So you live and you learn. It's a lot of energy wasted, it's a lot of time wasted, but who knows what I would have found if I didn't, you know. Anyway, let's keep making our way through the bushland. I found our first bit of food. I found some oysters. Oh yeah, just on a rock here, how good. Look at that, mate. Fresh oysters. Look at this, there's a rock full of oysters, how good. They're only small, but a feed's a feed, man. I'm hungry. Look at that boy. Oh yeah. Now I've got to be careful, they are sharp. Oh, I need a rock. Doesn't get any better than that. So I've been walking around for hours now. I've already walked around this whole island and still nothing. It is super low tide right now. As you can see all the rocks and all that in the middle of the water. Now this spot right here would be perfect to set up base camp, but the water comes up to here. You can see in the sand it's all wet, so I'm not going to set up a camp, because when it's high tide it'll come right up and just, yeah, it's no good. But man, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. We had some oysters before, but obviously it's not enough. Been walking around for ages now. I don't know where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. This is the reality of it, I guess. It is 12 o'clock, 5 minutes to 12, so it's midday. The sun's going to be beaming in a minute. It's getting hot, obviously. It's really hot. Thirsty, hungry, losing energy. Oh, the joys, eh? Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find a spot. I need to set up camp before it gets too hot, and I just need to take this bag off for a minute because it's bloody heavy. I am absolutely surrounded by oysters right now, but they're all way too small. See all that? They're all oysters all over the rocks, but they're way too small. There's no meat inside of them. So much food, but not really. On the other side there, all across the rocks, there's oysters on them, but I'm not swimming across there because there's crocs. The joys, mate. Oh, I'm done. This is so hard, man. This is so hard. I'm gonna die out here. I lost my shoes in the mud. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll give it to you, Field Days. I know you're probably watching, man. You're probably a real big fan of mine, but nah, good on him, man. Like, if you guys don't know who Field Days is, he does this sort of shit all the time, like 3 days survival missions, like no food, no water, no nothing. And I don't know how he does it. It's only midday and I'm rooted. I can't find anywhere to sleep. This is the only shade I could find, which is under a big tree. It's hot, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. My mouth is that dry. I'm so glad I brought water. I don't know how you do it without water. better not drink at all. That's all I got. But number one problem right now is finding a base camp. I cannot find anywhere to sleep. I've walked around this island, I've looked everywhere. Like I said before, it's either too close to the water or it's up in the bushland, like in the scrub. Far out, look at the size of that march fly, man. There's march flies, there's flies, there's bloody everything out here. I'll tell you what, it's kicking my ass. It's only midday, what am I complaining about? Nah, it's good, I enjoy it. But like I said, I don't know where we're sleeping tonight. I'm just gonna sit here for a good 10-15 minutes because I haven't stopped. I've walked for hours now, like literally hours. Haven't stopped walking. So I'm gonna sit down and just chill out and work out where we're gonna be going for the night because we need to set up a camp like now. Righto. Well, I think we've picked a spot. I'm not gonna go down there again because where I am right now, at the start of the video when we first got to the water and I was going fishing, like when the tide was going out, yeah, that's just over there. So I've walked all the way around this island, in the middle, everywhere, and now I'm back to here. And this is probably like the best spot we're gonna get. There's a bit of shade there from the tree. Like, I'm sure we can just build a shelter here. And then we got somewhat of a soft ground, I guess. We've got some long grass. And yeah, so I guess we just do that. Like, there is nowhere else. I've looked everywhere. Like I said, it's either down at the water or up in the scrub like that. And I'm not going in there and I'm not going down there. So this is probably it. This is our home for the night. So let me go collect some supplies. We'll go grab some big logs and some sticks and see if we can dodgy up a shelter for the night. Getting all scratched up. Just found this big donkey of a fucking tree. Yeah boy, that'll come in handy. Rightio, so we've got some building supplies. It's not a whole heap, but it's what I could find. I had to go climbing in the scrub, got scratches all over me from it, but it is what it is. That's all I could find around the area. I can obviously go and look for some more if we need some more, but this might be enough, it might not, I don't know. But let's get into building a shelter, a place to stay, a place to sleep for tonight. So my vision right now is to build like a little teepee. Just have it like going down to the ground, put a log going across the top of it so it's supported, but who knows. You'd think being an ex-chippy I'd be able to build a bloody a teepee, but that's why I went concreting. No. All right, let's get stuck into it, eh? So what was about 30 seconds for you was probably about half an hour for me. This is what we've come up with so far. Nice little teepee. Little bit of room in there to sleep. But the next thing is, what do we do from now? What do we do now? I don't really know what I'm gonna do next. Like, obviously that's not sheltering you, it's just got some sticks over the top of you, so I might need to put something over that, maybe get some more sticks. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do, but we're looking good. I'm getting very, very hungry right now. It's almost 2 o'clock, so yeah, we might just give this a break for a little bit. We'll go down to the water before high tide comes in, and we'll see if we can get any mud crabs. I've seen so many crabs, but they're small, they're tiny, we can't eat them. So let's go try our luck on some mud crab. We'll think about what we're gonna do with this. But yeah, this is our home base for the night. This is where the fun begins. The mangrove system. Let's go. I think I've just spotted a crab. It's a fair way away, but I think I might be able to get it. It's going towards the water. It's just sitting there. It looks like a crab. I can't really see. Might be a bloody bird, knowing my luck. But we're gonna sneak up on him and see if we can grab him. It's all the way down there. You won't be able to see it. I can hardly see it, but here we go. It's a crab. It's a crab, but it's going into the water. I'm sinking in fucking mud. Oh, I'm sinking in mud. I'm pretty sure it's a crab. It looks big. Look at this, man. Yeah, that's a crab. Come on, it's that far away still. Come on. Is it? I can't tell. You won't be able to see it. If it's a crab, it's massive. All right, let's go. So that crab I was talking about, there it flies away there. It was a bloody bird. Far out, man. I just came from all the way down there for a bird. Ah! It's all right, we'll keep going. We'll cut back in here. So this is all low tide. Normally this would be underwater. Like, you wouldn't be able to get to it at all. Is that a croc? Is that a croc? No. Is it? Man, it's too far away. I'm not getting fooled by that. But yeah, that was a bird. Anyway, let's go back in here. Oh. Yeah, come mud crabbing, boys. It's bloody fun. Alright, so I definitely just seen a crab. It's gone back into his hole, I'm pretty sure. It's in the water. But let's see how we go. Man, them holes are deep, eh? Could be anywhere. I definitely seen it go in here. It's that soft, man. It could be down deep. Whoa! There we go. Did you see that? Soft, man. It could be down deep. Whoa! There we go. Did you see that? Where was that? Scared the shit out of me. Gone. It's too deep. That's the worst thing about this. They've got the advantage. This is their home ground. You try and find a crab in that mud. No way, man. It just sinks that deep, and you don't want to put your hand in there because I want to keep my fingers. Alright, well that was our first one that we've seen. It might have been too small anyway, but let's keep tracking. Man, I'd hate to see what would happen if a croc was here. If I ran into a croc, I reckon he'd be able to catch me pretty quickly. I'll just sink in this shit, man. Look at this. Every step is just knee deep. No crabs. Fuck. I wasn't gonna go in the water, but I fell over and got mud all over my ass, so let's hope we don't get eaten by a croc. Ah! Nah, boy, only joking with ya. Oh. Alright, that's long enough for me. I wouldn't stay in that water any longer than 2 seconds. Obviously the camera's not going to do justice, but look at me legs, man. They're just all scratched up. You probably can't even see it. They're red raw, man, even like my stomach and shit. Ooh, it's good work, eh? So we're back at camp, back at base camp, and look, there is not one single sign that there is a big mud crab around. Like, there are little crabs absolutely everywhere, and yes, there are some bigger holes, but I think the crabs are digging them holes, like the little crabs are digging them holes. Like, I've seen some, they're probably like that big, but that's it. There is no sign of big crabs. There's no like claws, there's no like really big holes, there's just nothing. I've looked everywhere. I've walked in the mangroves like heaps of times, but look, to be honest with you, I don't think there is any bigger mud crabs here. Obviously, you know, like I said at the start, there's little ones, so there must be big ones, but I can't find them to save my life, literally. Now, we're back at camp. I'm looking at this thing going, what the hell am I gonna do with it? You know, it's half a house sort of thing. But look, this is where I'm gonna be sleeping, in there. Now, obviously, this isn't gonna protect me from anything. So what we need to do is figure out a way to cover up the sides, so I'm protected from the wind and if it rains and, you know, just whatever else. But I did check the weather before I came out here. Tonight is gonna get windy. Tomorrow is completely windy, like all day long, but I think, yeah, from tonight onwards it's going to be windy. So we need to finish building this because I'm not sleeping out in the wind. What I want to do, so it's all right the way it is. I might put some across the middle maybe. I'm thinking I might just go and get some mangroves, like the leaves and that, and just pile it on. I'm just about out of fishing line, wherever that is on the stick, but this is going to be my head up here. I'm going to put another couple of sticks in here and then just cover all that as well, so I'm actually in there underneath it all. Apart from that, that's us for the night. That is our sleeping bed. That is where we will rest our head. Yeah, I'm a rapper. Fucking wrecked. But yeah, we're gonna get a fire going. We're gonna have a fire going here, and it should be good. But food wise, I don't know what we're gonna do for food, mate. I'm getting hungry. Might get some KFC or something. Nah, boy. All right, let's get to building this. Would you look at that? Looks like a bush, doesn't it? Well, that is where I'm sleeping tonight. That is where I'm sleeping tonight. Crazy. Now, it needs a little bit of a clean up on the inside, but yeah, this is it, mate. This is us. Not too shabby. Hey, told you, mate. Chippy from way back. Let me clean the inside out and I'll show you the inside, the bedroom. Hey, what's going on? You found me house, did ya? It's bloody cool, isn't it? It's a master bedroom, mate. Look at this. Got the ensuite there, walk-in robe. It's actually pretty big, eh? Look at this. This will be us tonight. Sleeping here like this. Oh, plenty of room, mate. Room for the missus. Jordan, what are you doing? Come down, mate. Hey, come cuddle with me, boy. Look at the room in here. It's actually pretty big, eh? Oh, I'll give you a little look-see. So, state of the art, I'll just scrape me back. State of the art architecture. On the outside, obviously, you know, the best of the best, mate. It took about 6 months to build. Not too happy with the inside. I mean, it's all right. They could have vacuumed the floor a little bit, but no. Here we go. Look at this. Hey, come on in. That's enough room for me, mate. Bloody beautiful. I'm happy with that, eh? Can't even notice it. If you were walking down the bush, you wouldn't even look at that. That's pretty good, eh? Anyway, that is us. Shelter done and dusted. It's going to protect us from absolutely nothing, but it's going to get real windy tonight, like I said, so all this is probably just going to blow off. If it rains, it's just going to come straight through, but hey, can't judge me, mate. I'm out here having fun, giving it a go. I've never done this sort of stuff before, so if you're going to make fun of me, at least go and try it yourself, and then you can have something to say. But this is us. Happy with that. Now, back to our food situation. Yes, we still have no food. So the tide's coming back in, like I said. That took me a little bit to build. I'm hungry. I'm very, very hungry. So I'm gonna go down and probably fish for the rest of the day. I've got probably 3 hours left before the sun goes down. So I'll fish for a couple of hours. I'll get a fire going and cook up my fish when I catch him. All right, see you then. I am convinced there is no bloody fish in the water. And there's no bloody crabs in the mud. I've been out here fishing for the last couple of hours now. Not even a sniff. Not even a little taste, nothing. I'm rooted, man. I'm burnt. I'm sore. I'm hungry. I'm all scratched up. Thirsty. I'm really running low on water. But anyway, that's the part of it. What's the time? 4:45. It's getting later. I'm heading back to camp at the moment. How good's this spot, eh? Like, awesome little camping spot. I was saying to Jordan the other day, I was like, oh, we should get a rooftop tent for the patrol. And she's like, why would you do that? We got the caravan. I was like, yeah, but for places like this, obviously the caravan can't get down here. How good would it be if we had the rooftop tent? Fuck yeah. Might have to invest into one of them, I reckon. Rooftop tent, bring some food and some water. It'd be bloody awesome. I'd love to come down here. You know, there's water everywhere. It's awesome. Right, I'm starting to lose my marbles a little bit, I reckon. Catch us in a little bit. I've found a crab. I've found a crab. I've found a crab. It's dead. This is what I was saying. This is the size of crab that are around here. I haven't seen any crab bigger than this. This is probably the biggest crab I've seen. I've been here all day. That's it. The biggest crab I have seen all day. And this is the only one we've been able to catch. He's dead. So that's our dinner gone. So we're back in the shelter. I've been laying in here for probably like 20 minutes. Just chilling out, relaxing. Because I am rooted, absolutely rooted. Been walking around all day in the mangroves, knee deep in mud, and no food. Water is pretty well non-existent anymore, and it's the sun's starting to go down a little bit, so it's going to get a bit colder. Might get a fire going pretty soon, but in the meantime, you know, I've been doing a lot of talking in this video, a lot of talking. And not too many montages or clips or whatever. So what we might do is get the drone up. We'll get the drone up, have a look around. I'll show you what the area is like. You know, like I said before, if we had a rooftop tent, mate, this would be perfect. This would be the ideal place to come down and have a camp. And, you know, even if we all came down here, me, Jordan, Bailey, would have been awesome. But we don't have a rooftop tent and we don't have a swag. So sort of limited, but this is the next best thing, eh? Anyway, let's get that drone up and check it all out. So there you have it. There's a little bird's eye view of where we're staying tonight. Obviously I'm up here in the bushes away from the water because of crocs and everything else. As you can tell, that sun is racing down, so we need to get a fire going because I didn't bring a head torch. I didn't bring any sort of light except my phone light, but it's not really that good anyway. So I didn't bring a head torch. I was going to, but I completely forgot about it. Shit happens. So we need to get a fire going because one, we need wood. So we need to get as much wood as we can before that sun goes down, because I'm not walking around here with a flashlight. I'll get lost or, you know, something will happen. So I'll go get as much wood as I can. I'll get a fire going before that sun goes down, so then we're right for the night. There is, like, you know, little bits of shit laying around, you know, like this, but we need a lot of it. So we're gonna go and get some wood while we can before the sun goes down. Let's go! So I went and got some wood. There is not much around. It's a lot of driftwood, a lot of branches obviously falling from trees, but the trees are up in the scrub. And to get to the trees, you got to go through the scrub, and I've scratched myself up enough today. So we've got a bit of wood there. It should be all right. Probably not get us through the whole night, but it's enough for a fire, and that's all we need. So let's get the fire going. So I made like a little bit of a fire pit here. I've cleared all the other shit around it because I do not want this place going up in flames. So I do have a lighter. I'm no professional survivalist. I can start it with some sticks and that, so let's do it the old-fashioned way. Just go straight up anyway. Look at that, mate. Beautiful. Chuck some smaller sticks on there. With the weather up here, the weather's really good. Like, it's hot as during the day, but then when it comes night time, it cools right down, so fires are perfect. And you can't go camping without a fire. Like, that's just common sense, really, even if it is too hot. Now, we don't need anything too big. A little fire is perfect. Less wood, keep it going through the night, but that's us, mate. That's us for the night. Got the home set up there, got the fire next door. You know what, it is still a bit bright, so I might chuck a couple of logs on there and I'll go flick a few lures around just in case. The tide's seriously pushing in now, so we'll give it one more shot on the fishing rod. If not, man's going hungry. This is me, mate. Absolutely loving it. Like, you can't get any better than this. I don't care if I didn't catch any food. That's not the point of this bloody thing. The point is, I've wanted to do this for friggin' ages, and instead of me talking about it and saying, yeah, I'm gonna do it one day, I made up my mind. I said, no, I'm going to do it. I'm making a video out of it, and I'm having the time of my life. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I didn't get any food. Yes, I've built a shitty shelter that I'm gonna have to sleep in tonight, which bugs are gonna be crawling all over me, and I can't catch a fish to save my life, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is, I've wanted to do this for ages, so I'm out here and I'm doing it. I'm living the best possible life I can for myself and my family. If this is making me happy, it's gonna make my family happy. It's gonna make Jordan happy. It's gonna make Bailey happy, because I'm gonna be a better person. Doing the stuff I love to do is only going to benefit the people around me. So why aren't you doing the stuff that you love to do? Instead of watching this video, why don't you get off your ass and get out there and do a survival mission? Send me a video of it, I'd love to see it, and just start living your life, because you only get one bloody shot at it. That's why I'm flicking lures every minute, because I can't catch nothing. But nah, seriously though, like, I don't know how else I'd rather be spending my life right now than traveling full time, being able to do this stuff whenever I want, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Like, there is no other way. I would hate to go back to the way I used to live. On the piss all the time, working every single day, missing out on this sort of stuff. Like, so the moral of the story is, get off your ass, stop watching YouTube, stop watching TV, and go outside and enjoy yourself. If you don't like outside, that is fine. Do what you love to do. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying any of that sort of stuff. All I'm saying is enjoy your life. Stop wasting it on the couch. You know, go fishing all day if you want to go fishing all day. Find a way to do it. There's always a way to do it. All right, I'm dribbling shit now, so I'll cut it at that. I'll meet you back at camp or when I hook onto a massive fish. So probably back at camp. Haha. So that's all she wrote. No fish, no crabs, no food. Oh, we had oysters. We had probably 6 oysters, which were good. There was bloody oysters everywhere along there, but they're all too small. Got a massive fire going right now. It's putting out some heat. Got a pretty good shelter. I'm pretty happy with today. Like I said, it's not about getting food. It's not about, you know, ticking all the boxes. It's about enjoying yourself and having a good time. And that's exactly what I've done today, and I'm pretty happy with that. So that's just about it now. I can't really film too much more, nor can I see anything apart from what's around here. Obviously I didn't bring a head torch like I said, but if anything happens during the night or whatever, I'll let you know, which I'm sure there will be. I was laying in there before and bloody ants and bugs and that were falling on me, and so it's going to be an interesting night's sleep. We'll see how we go. This fire is very hot right now, but yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. The sun is just about gone. You're not gonna be able to see much more. Look how burnt I am. Far out. I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. You're not gonna be able to see much more, so I'll probably just end it here. If anything happens during the night, I'll let yous know. If not, I'll see yous in the morning. So a little bit of an update for you guys. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm sleeping near the fire. It is freezing in the house. The wind started to pick up and it's just blowing its ass out. It's too cold in there, so I'm sleeping around the fire. I've been stoking the fire up all night. I've had to go and get wood. I've been sleeping for an hour or so, and then I've had to wake up because the fire's like died down, so I've just stoked the fire back up again, but I'm running out of wood. I've gotten all the wood around the area, so once we run out of this, we're out. We're almost out of wood. That wind is just, yeah. Remember how I said it was gonna get windy tonight? Well, it's gotten windy, and it's staying windy all night and then all day as well. But where it's blowing in from this way, and it's coming straight into the camp, straight into that house. So it's just freezing. Obviously I've only got my flanny on. I've still got shorts on. That's it. So now I'm just sleeping on the ground near the fire, keep myself warm. That's the update. I'll see you in the morning. Update. It's currently 3:21 in the morning. I keep running out of wood. I keep waking up because it's so cold. So I just spent the last half an hour collecting more wood because I'd rather be warm and have a shit night's sleep than be cold and have a shit night's sleep. I was going to go back in there and go back to sleep, but it's too windy, it's too cold, so I'm just going to keep stoking the fire. I've really amped the fire up now. I put a couple of big logs on there, so I might be able to get another hour's sleep after that, but the problem is, like, the fire keeps dying off and then I'll have to wake up because I'm cold. But I'm laying right here next to the fire, pretty close. Gets a bit warm, but it's better than being cold, so that's the update. Not getting much sleep tonight. Far out, man. Good morning. Look good, feel good. This is how I slept all night. Oh, like this all night, mate. On the ground. Had me bloody singlet over my legs. Stop the bugs crawling all over me. I had ants crawling all over me all night. I was awake for just about the whole night. Oh, I didn't get much sleep. Didn't get much sleep at all, but I did it. The sun's coming up. Time check. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Fire is pumping. I said last night I went and got a heap of wood. Still got some there, but man, that was rough. That was rough. It was not comfortable at all. Got rocks, sticks, bugs, cold wind. I'm glad I built that shelter. It was alright. Bit of fun, eh? That's it. Oh, far out. Oh, man, it's still early, 5 o'clock. I was awake for, oh, what, every 20 minutes I was probably awake. I was probably awake for 20 minutes, asleep for maybe 20 minutes, if that. And then I was awake for ages because I had to go and get wood, but I survived. That's the main thing. Alright, I'm just gonna chill out, sit around the fire, because I haven't done enough of that tonight, but sit around the fire and watch the sun come up. Bloody hell, mate. Rough as guts. Just like that, we've done it. I packed up, called up George, she's coming to get me. Man, does it feel good. Wowee, what an adventure. What a bloody 24 hours, just about 24 hours now. And tell you what, definitely worth it. Yes, it was difficult, it was hard, it was tiring. I'm thirsty as, ran out of water about 12 hours ago. Hungry, tired, but that's what makes it. Like, look at where I am. There is not a single soul around. No one's here except for me. I've just spent the last 24 hours surviving, doing the stuff I love to do. This is probably one of many to come. I like this sort of stuff. Obviously, the more I do, the better I'll get, so I might actually be able to get some food. But yeah, let me know what you reckon. Do you reckon you'll be able to survive out here? Do you reckon you'd be able to catch any food? Do you reckon you'd even give it a shot? Or do you reckon you'll just keep watching? But that's about it, man. I've probably got a half an hour walk back to the car. But yeah, that's it. Love yous and leave yous. To the next one. Not seen a single site. Losing me fucking marbles. Done a lot of talking in this video. A lot of talking. What kind?